everyone, Alexa here from the blog theduvallhomestead.com, where I normally share farm-to-table recipes and homemade natural living. But today I'm going to share something really fun, which is how to back carry a baby. Alright, so for all of the moms out there, you have learned many different skills, from how to cook with one hand to how to multitask and how to do so many things with your baby in your arms. And one of the skills that I learned that I found was a total game changer was how to wear my baby. I started wearing my baby when she was first born in a front wrap. And then when she got a little bigger, I switched her to the backpack. And the backpack was a total game changer because I could use my hands and my arms. When the baby's super young and they're in the front pack, they do really well and they sleep really well, but there is nothing like being able to put them on your back, because then you can use your arms, you can bend over, and everything is just so much easier. So now with her in the backpack, I can go outside and do chores. Just this morning, I went out and picked these flowers behind me, and I took care of our chickens, all while wearing Alice in the backpack. In fact, we do that every day. And so she really likes being in there. She feels like she's part of the scene, but it's kind of also a safe haven for her. And if she's fussy or tired, but doesn't want to go to sleep yet, that's where she can sit, is in my backpack. So this took me a little while to fully figure out how to do, because the front wrap was just a lot easier for me to learn for some reason. Now you're gonna be putting this on by yourself. And so that is the thing about this that maybe intimidates some people, and definitely intimidated me at first, was how do you get a baby on your back with a pack by yourself? So the first thing you want to do is, when you buy your back carrying pack, is read the instructions for that back carrier. They're all pretty similar, so I'm going to show you my tricks on how I do it with mine. But the first thing you want to do is read the instructions for that specific carrier. It takes several times of doing this to really feel like you know what you're doing, so have patience and keep working on it. You also always want to be next to a bed or a couch when you're trying this, especially for the first several times. It's also helpful to have someone help you. I had my husband help me out the first few times, but now after doing this for a long time, I can totally do it on my own and quickly, and I have a certain method of doing it, and that's what I'm going to show you in this video. Before you even put the carrier on, you want to loosen up all the straps. So you will have tightened the carrier the last time you wore it, and so before you put it on again, you want to loosen everything all the way. This will help you be able to reach the straps a lot easier. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is put the waist piece on and buckle it. So it goes around the waist. So this is the waist piece. The backpack is on the back. Now most of these packs you can also wear on the front, which is really nice. And I tend to wear my baby on the front when she's feeling tired and wants to sleep. She doesn't like to sleep on the back usually, but I know lots of people whose babies do sleep on the back. So you want to buckle, and you want the carrier to be sitting tightly around your hips, and then of course you can adjust the straps. Okay, now you're going to grab your baby, and there's actually a couple methods to do this, so I suggest Googling it if this one doesn't work for you, because there are a few different ways you can do this. A side note is that your baby does need to be big enough to back carry. I don't think you can back carry an infant, so my baby is 10.5 months old, so she's perfect for back carrying. So I'm going to put her on my hip here. Now the key is always keep your hand on your baby. Never let go, obviously. At least one hand. And I'm going to bring my one arm on the other side of her. So now I still have her on my other arm, and I'm going to shimmy her to my back. And I'm going to bend forward and let her sit on my back. And you might have to kind of give her a little bit of a bump. So she's sitting firmly on my back. And then I'm going to grab the carrier, and I still have my hand on my baby, and I'm going to bring it up above her back and grab it with the other hand. And I'm bringing the straps around on either side, and then you just put the strap on one at a time, and then you switch hands, the other strap. And then before you stand up, you want to tighten those straps that you loosened before. And sometimes they fuss a little bit when they first get in there, and then once they get comfortable, they like it. Then you want to buckle the front buckle, and then you can stand up. Always do this in front of a mirror first so you can see and you can tell that your baby's in there correctly. And then you can adjust straps on the top and the bottom. And there's a whole bunch of straps. This carrier is called the Kinder Pack that I'm wearing. And there's even another strap here that you can tighten, which I have all the settings already made up. So she is securely in there now. So you want to make sure they're sitting high up on your back, and you want to make sure that there's no gap between their chest and your back. So you don't want them to be, leaning back. So you want them to be nice and snug. Now, when you are wearing the carrier, you want to always bend at the knees. When you go to pick something up, you don't want to bend forward. The other thing that I wanted to point out is when you walk through a door, obviously you have to really be careful about your back and what's on your back. So you can't let a door shut behind you like maybe you would do without your baby. If you ran through a door quickly and let the door shut, you should be careful about that because you have a backpack on. So just be extra aware of what's on your back, and of course you will get used to it the longer you wear your baby on your back. And she'll be nice and cozy in here for a while, and I can do chores and go for a walk, we can cook, do laundry. Okay, so then when you go to take your carrier off, you want to again go by a bed or a couch, and you want to bend forward so that they're securely on your back, keeping one hand on your baby. Loosen up the straps all the way, and then unbuckle the chest piece, and then remove one strap at a time. She's getting ready for nap time. And then keeping both hands on the baby, I rotate her around, bring the arm back over. It's the exact same process but in reverse. And now I've got her here. Yeah. And then you can undo the bottom. And that's how you wear your baby on your back. All right, I have a blog post written up all about this with more tips and safety information. So make sure you read that, but most importantly, read the instructions for whatever carrier you buy. My best advice I can give you is that keep trying, you will eventually get it. And it totally gives you a lot of freedom with your hands and arms to back carry your baby. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you're brand new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Every week I post a new video on farm to table recipes and homemade natural living. Thank you so much for stopping by the Duvall Homestead.